How many of you have heard of a rule of three? Let's see a show of hands. All right, a few of you. Recently, I was watching television and saw a commercial where they repeated the phone number for whatever it was they were advertising 3 times. Not too long after that, I was reading a book and came across a rule of three for survivalists out in the wilderness. And of course, we have our rules of three for Toastmasters. I'm going to talk about these 3 examples as we go along.
Greg, I'm seeing your screen as black.
Black, yeah. I'm just getting ready to
Okay,
change them here,
sorry.
at least try to. Okay, hang on a sec. I had this working earlier. There we go. All right, so again, phone number, rules for 3 for survivalists, and rules of 3 for Toastmasters. The brain likes to see a pattern. If you see one thing or notice one thing, that's not unusual because most things happen just once. If you see something twice, that could be a coincidence, but 3 times, that's a pattern. And again, the brain likes patterns, so it makes us very comfortable. Now, if we're in the wilderness, too bad Carl's not here for this, you can survive without oxygen for 3 minutes. You can survive without shelter in a harsh environment like skiing for up to 3 hours. You can survive without water for 3 days. And everybody's favorite, you can survive without food for 3 weeks. Again, there's that pattern, and it just happens to contain 3. Now let's jump to our Toastmasters rules of 3. Ideas that we present in 3s are more interesting. They're more enjoyable, and they're more memorable. Isn't that what we want from our speeches? To be interesting, enjoyable, and memorable? So keep that in mind, this idea of rules of 3. As the brain developed, I found something from Ira Caleb at UCSC's School of Business that said, as our brains evolved, it liked choices. If you don't have a choice, you're really restricted to what the outcome can be. If you have too many choices, then you're going to be confused. Think about this back in the old days. Let's go back a couple millennia. You're in your cave. You've got a saber-toothed tiger coming in. What are your choices? Boy, you really don't have too many. That's not good for your health. But if you happen to be out in the wild and that tiger's coming at you, you have a whole bunch of different choices and you may be confused. So again, what you're looking for is a nice choice of 3. Again, not too many, not too few. So that's what the brain has come up with. Let's do some other examples. We've got Goldilocks and the 3 bears. 3 sizes of bears, 3 temperatures for the porridge, 3 firmnesses of beds. And we have the Monkees. Oops, sorry, that was the singing group from the 60s. I was talking about these 3 monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Again, rule of 3. When we're speaking, our speeches are normally set up into an opening, body, and closing. So again, compressed, or tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. Again, 3 parts to your speech. Now, here's some historic examples. It's going to be a little quiz. Where did this phrase come from? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Anybody know? It's our Declaration of Independence. Here's another one. We dedicate, we consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. And another phrase from the same speech. Government for the people, by the people, I'm sorry, government of the people, by the people, for the people. This is from, okay, Kyle's got that one, Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. And the last one, this is one you'll get brownie points for if you can get this one. Homes have been lost, jobs shed, businesses shuttered. Barack Obama's inaugural speech in January 2009. This worked for you, or excuse me, this worked for Jefferson, it worked for Lincoln, and it worked for 3 for Obama, these rules of 3. What is it then that you can do to make your speech better? Your next speech, use that rule of 3. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.